In the 90s, a disappointing second album could destroy years of momentum. Bands spent their entire lives writing their debuts, then suddenly had deadlines, label pressure, and impossible expectations. Not every album on this list was a total flop. Some even went gold or platinum. But compared with what came before, each represented a dramatic decline. We're ranking them by lost sales, disappearing hits, and damage to the band's career. And at number 1, a band waited more than 5 years to follow a legendary debut, only to discover that the entire rock world had moved on. Let's get into it. Number 10, Lucy by Candlebox. Candlebox's 1993 debut sold more than 4 million copies, driven by Far Behind, You, and Cover Me. But when Lucy arrived in 1995, grunge fatigue was setting in. The album was heavier and denser, with muddy production that often buried the band's strongest hooks. Lucy still reached number 11 in America and went gold, respectable results for most bands. But after a quadruple platinum debut, the decline was impossible to ignore. Candlebox continued recording and touring, but their moment as one of America's biggest new rock bands was already ending. Number 9, Fairweather Johnson by Hootie and the Blowfish. Following Cracked Rear View was an impossible assignment. The album gave Hootie and the Blowfish 4 enormous radio songs and eventually became one of the best-selling debuts in American history. Their 1996 follow-up, Fairweather Johnson, debuted at number 1 and eventually went triple platinum. That sounds like a triumph, until you compare it with the phenomenon that came before. Old Man and Me performed well, but the album couldn't produce another Let Her Cry or Only Want to Be With You. Hootie remained successful. Their period of complete pop rock domination, however, was over. Number 8, Peasants, Pigs, and Astronauts by Kula Shaker. Kula Shaker exploded in Britain with K, combining psychedelic rock, Britpop, and Indian influences on hits such as Hey Dude and Tatva. Then frontman Crispian Mills became a target of the British press, and controversy damaged the band's image. Their 1999 follow-up was bigger, denser, and much more elaborate. Sound of Drums became a hit, and the album entered the UK top 10, but it disappeared quickly compared with K. Only months later, the band broke up. The album wasn't an absolute failure, but it couldn't reverse a backlash that had already swallowed the band. Number 7, The Chinese Album by Spacehog. In the meantime, made Spacehog one of the most distinctive bands of the mid-90s. Its enormous bass line and theatrical glam rock sound pushed Resident Alien into the mainstream. But the Chinese album complicated that formula with synthesizers, accordion, and unpredictable art rock arrangements. It was ambitious, but considerably less immediate. Mungo City failed to become another In the Meantime, and the album disappeared. Spacehog tried to prove they were more than a one-song novelty. Instead, their experimental follow-up helped cement that exact reputation. Number 6. King Kong Groover by Babylon Zoo.
Trying to take control. See my girl, she shivers in.
Babylon Zoo's Spaceman became a British sensation after its sped-up introduction appeared in a Levi's commercial. It entered the UK chart at number 1 and made frontman Jazzman look like the future of rock. But many listeners loved the frantic section from the commercial, not necessarily the slower glam rock song surrounding it. When King Kong Groover arrived in 1999, the excitement was gone. Its mixture of electronic music, science fiction, and glam rock failed to chart in Britain. Babylon Zoo went from selling hundreds of thousands of singles in days to releasing a second album many listeners never knew existed. Number 5, Shapeshifter by Marcy Playground. Sex and Candy spent 15 weeks at number 1 on Billboard's Modern Rock chart and pushed Marcy Playground's debut to platinum status.
Who's that casting devious stares in my direction?
But casual listeners knew the song far better than the band. The 1999 follow-up, Shapeshifter, moved between louder guitars, folk-like detours, and eccentric experiments.
I'm in, man. Get naked watching star blazers.
Some reviewers praised its melodies, but mainstream radio barely noticed. It's Saturday reached number 25 on the Modern Rock chart.
I'm dizzy and frying.
Yet the album gained almost no commercial momentum. Marcy Playground continued making music, but to the general public, they remained permanently attached to one hypnotic hit.
Bring wine for the nights and crime armors, time beats.
Number 4, 2 by the Presidents of the United States of America.
To the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
The Presidents turned simplicity into a superpower. Lump, Peaches, and Kitty combined modified instruments, absurd lyrics, and incredibly catchy choruses. Their debut became a multi-platinum success. Their 1996 follow-up, 2, repeated the same basic formula. Mach 5 and Volcano still had energy, but the surprise had disappeared. What once sounded brilliantly strange now felt familiar. The album fell far below its predecessor in America, and none of its singles became another major hit. Less than 2 years later, the band announced its first breakup.
I will survive in
Number 3, Menace to Sobriety by Ugly Kid Joe. Ugly Kid Joe found success with Everything About You, then expanded it with America's Least Wanted and their hit cover of Cats in the Cradle.
The cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, the little boy blue and the man on the moon.
But by 1995, their sarcastic metal was falling out of fashion. Their second full-length album, Menace to Sobriety, became heavier, darker, and far more serious. The band had matured musically, but casual listeners apparently preferred the humor. The album struggled in America, and Mercury Records dropped the group. Ugly Kid Joe tried to outgrow its novelty reputation and lost the audience that reputation had created. Number 2, Turn It Upside Down by Spin Doctors. Little Miss Can't Be Wrong and Two Princes transformed the Spin Doctors into multi-platinum stars. But their mainstream audience wanted concise pop hooks from a band rooted in improvisation and extended grooves. The 1994 follow-up, Turn It Upside Down, leaned further into their jam band side. Cleopatra's Cat had personality, but it lacked the immediate appeal of Two Princes. The album still reached the American Top 30 and went gold, but the drop was unmistakable. Instead of expanding their audience, it revealed how dependent their success had been on two unusually catchy songs. Finally, at number 1, Second Coming by the Stone Roses. The Stone Roses' 1989 debut helped define Manchester by combining psychedelic guitar rock with British dance culture. Then legal battles and difficult recording sessions delayed the follow-up for more than 5 years. When Second Coming finally arrived in late 1994, British music had changed. Oasis and Blur were dominating with short, direct anthems. The Stone Roses returned with sprawling blues rock jams and extended guitar solos. Love Spreads was a major hit, and the album reached number 4 in Britain. But it could never satisfy the enormous expectations. Rennie left. John Squire followed. After a disastrous 1996 Reading Festival performance, the band collapsed. Second Coming wasn't simply a disappointing album. It was the long-awaited return that became the final chapter of their original career. Which of these albums deserves another chance? And which one truly deserved to disappear? Let me know your biggest disagreement in the comments.